Hi, thank you for watching this video. This is a demo video on thetix, which is a centralized platform for tutoring centers that automates all the workflow for you. I'll get right into the demo. This is what the schedule looks like. We have two active centers using this right now, so kind of built around what they do. So 3 students max is what they do, and obviously they have multiple tutors and then the subjects that they teach. So it all starts by onboarding, which is adding the students. So this might seem painful, but we made it very easy to do that. So I'll show an example of how it works. So if you have it in a spreadsheet, kind of like this, they have hours, contact information, name and grade of the students. You can easily just paste it in here, or you can upload it too. And then after that, this is the first line information, so you can map the right column name to the Excel sheets. But usually I haven't had an issue. We haven't had an issue with this. So it's like the preview of what it looks like, and then you can import all the students. And now within seconds, they're all into the system. And then after that is the tutors. So you want to add the tutors sessions and then the subjects that they teach. And you can also add time off. That way it doesn't uh, schedule students when they have time. But the main part about this is that recurring schedules is very common across different centers, and we don't want to touch the, we want to build a schedule around these recurring students. So when a student wants to do a drop-in session, then we don't want to move the recurring session just to pack the schedule. But one important thing though is this recurring doesn't mean that you can't move it. It'll show in the recurring manager that this is just a moved instance, but it does not change the sessions that come after it. So even if you delete 1 week, it'll keep the remaining weeks. And if you do want to delete all of them, you can delete them as a whole. So this will remove it from every single week. But if you just change 1 week, it won't change it. But the most important automation here that has been saving hours for centers is the automated scheduling engine. So let me show you how that works. So let's say we want these 2 students to, let's just do 4 students, for example. And this student does SAT math, SAT reading. This student wants to do physics, and this student wants to also do SAT reading. And this student does geometry and then history, and then we'll just do physics and then SAT math. And then just for demo, I'll also add some availability for these students. This student's only available on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll make this student only available on Mondays and Tuesday. So there's a lot of constraints that go into what these students all need. So this automatically places them in the best possible placements that packs the schedule. Um, for example, this one, it can't fit into this 3 session classroom, so they had to open up a new session for that availability because this tutor doesn't teach physics, so it's only available here. But in most of the time, what it tries first is to place the students in the most packed schedule. So instead of opening up a new session automatically, it makes sure that you tries to fill up all the sessions so you're not opening up a new session for a tutor. This has been saving a lot of time for admins and center directors for like comparing different Excel sheets for availabilities and also the subjects and like special requests, which it handles all of that. So you can automatically book that. Yeah, so it creates the most optimal solutions, like I mentioned. But the most important part, though, another important part, I mean, is that when you mark attendance, it'll automatically track it in the session history, so you can look that up later on, and then you can also call it from here. So it looks up all the session histories and upcoming sessions, stuff like that. The last thing that has been saving a lot of time as well is manually reaching out for reminders. So I'll show you real quick what that looks like. It runs automatically. These are all the students that are scheduled for tomorrow. Instead of manually having to email them, you can send this reminder. It does it, I'm only showing it manually because it's a demo, but usually you get an automatic reminder that looks like this, and then they can confirm their session here. And then that is going to reflect on where am I scheduled? It shows a 22nd. Yeah, so here. So this is what I just confirmed through that email. So it shows the confirmation. So there's a lot of automation that makes the job easier for the admin. I think the main thing is the scheduling part that really has been a pain point to compare different sheets, and so it's able to do the constraint matching automatically. Yeah. So thank you for watching.